tonight, you will probably sleep alone. Or if someone is beside you, the room will be quiet, the door will be closed, and the rest of the world will be somewhere else entirely. You will have a mattress, a pillow, a blanket calibrated to your body temperature, and a darkness you chose. And if everything goes well, you will not think twice about any of it. But for almost the entire history of your species, this scene would have been unthinkable, not uncomfortable, not unusual, unthinkable. For most of our evolutionary history, sleeping alone would have been extraordinarily rare and likely far more dangerous than it is today. And the body you carry into your bed tonight still knows this. It has not forgotten. It was never given the chance to. The story of how ancient humans slept is not really a story about sleep. It is a story about survival, about belonging, about the particular terror of the dark, and about why so many people in the modern world lie awake at 3 in the morning, feeling a dread they cannot name and cannot explain. Let us start with what the evidence actually shows. Anthropologist David Sampson at the University of Toronto spent years studying sleep patterns in the Hadza, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer populations on Earth, whose subsistence lifestyle shares important similarities with how humans are believed to have lived for much of our evolutionary history. What he found overturned almost everything sleep researchers had assumed about the natural human sleep pattern. The Hadza do not sleep in isolation. They sleep in groups, pressed close together around a fire, bodies overlapping. The warmth of other humans, as deliberate and as necessary as the warmth of the flame itself. They do not observe a strict 8-hour block. They sleep in fragments, drifting in and out of consciousness across the night. And critically, at almost any given moment during the night, at least one member of the group is awake. Not insomniac, not anxious, simply awake, alert, present, watching. Sampson called this the sentinel hypothesis. The idea is elegant and ancient. In a world where predators move at night, where rival groups can approach under cover of darkness, where a single unguarded moment could mean the end of everyone sleeping nearby, a group that staggers its sleep involuntarily, that always has someone watching, may have increased its chances of survival. Compared with a group in which everyone slept simultaneously, the staggered waking is not a bug in human sleep architecture. It may be a feature, a pattern that reflects how human sleep evolved, and throughout most of human evolution, sleep appears to have been deeply shaped by group living. Always the group. Think about what it meant to be a human being 100,000 years ago. You did not have walls. You did not have locks. You did not have a door between you and the dark. What you had was other people. The sound of someone breathing beside you was not comfort in the sentimental sense. It was information. It meant the perimeter was intact. It meant no one had screamed and woken the others. It meant you were still alive. The fire was still burning, and the world beyond the light had not yet come for you. Psychologist Matthew Walker at the University of California, Berkeley, has noted that sleep is among the most neurologically vulnerable states a human being can enter. During sleep, awareness of external threats is dramatically reduced. And during REM sleep, the body's muscles are largely immobilized. For a lone human, in a prehistoric environment, this was not merely uncomfortable. It was a window of extraordinary vulnerability, lasting for hours. One important evolutionary solution was sleeping within trusted groups. The group was the lock on the door. The group was the alarm system. The group was the walls. That did not exist yet. And this arrangement produced something else, something less about survival, and more about what happens to a body when it finally feels safe. Neuroscientist and oxytocin researcher Sue Carter at Indiana University has spent decades studying the neuroscience of social bonding. Close physical proximity to trusted others has been associated with lower stress responses and increased oxytocin activity, promoting feelings of safety and social bonding. The nervous system, which spends its waking hours in a constant, low-level state of alertness, finally exhales. Throughout most of human evolution, the presence of trusted others was one of the strongest signals of nighttime safety. Not because ancient humans were emotionally needy, because it was the most reliable evidence the nervous system had that the environment was likely safe enough to relax. Alone, the system could never fully let go. It had little evidence that full relaxation was safe. With others, the signal was clear. We are still here. The fire is still burning. You can let go now. And somewhere, inside the architecture of the body you carry, that signal may still be operating. For many people, sleeping beside a trusted partner can improve feelings of safety and may improve sleep quality. Not just emotionally, but physiologically. Not because of the mattress, or the pillow, or the temperature of the room, because it echoes. One of the oldest signals our nervous system likely evolved to recognize. Someone is here. The perimeter is intact. You are not alone in the dark. Which brings us to the dread. If you have ever lain awake at 3 a.m. with a feeling you could not name, not quite fear, not quite sadness, just a hollow, exposed, borderless unease, you have felt the echo of this. Your nervous system, in patterns that may still reflect adaptations shaped over hundreds of thousands of years, may treat nighttime solitude as a signal worth paying attention to. It is scanning. It is listening. It is waiting for the sound of someone breathing beside you that does not come. This is not weakness. This is not a disorder. It may be one of the oldest alarm systems our nervous system carries into the modern world. Running inside a bedroom it does not fully recognize, looking for a group that is no longer there. Think about that for a moment. Your ancestors did not survive the night because they were fearless. They survived because they were together. Every heartbeat, every crackling fire, every familiar voice, every slow breath beside them was evidence that they had made it through another day. Safety was never just a place. It was other people. And although the world around you has changed more in the last few thousand years than it did through most of human history, your nervous system has had almost no time to catch up. It still searches for ancient signals inside modern rooms. It still listens for sounds that no longer exist. It still asks the same question it asked 100,000 years ago. Am I safe enough to fall asleep? Tonight, when you turn off the light, your bedroom may be warmer, quieter, and safer than any place your ancestors ever knew. But somewhere, deep inside your mind, something older is still awake, still listening, still waiting for voices, for footsteps, for breathing, for the fire. And perhaps that is why the silence sometimes feels so loud. Tonight, when you close your eyes, something inside you will still listen for the fire,